This week, we'll drive through the breathtaking beauty of Glacier National Park on an RVing adventure where every turn reveals nature's grandeur. And just outside the park, we'll sip on Montana's finest spirits, crafted with care and inspired by the rugged landscape. Did you know Montana has some quirky brewery laws? We'll reveal those as well. We're hoping that this is gonna fix that. And if you stick around to the end, we'll share some quick tips that we learned for visiting Glacier National Park. Today we are leaving Spokane, Washington at the Northern Quest Casino. We are leaving with our hearts a little more fuller and Tony's wallet a little more emptier. Just a touch. Thoughts on Spokane?
I like Spokane. Spokane itself, great breweries. It was a really good visit. We got a lot of work done. We had a lot of fun. But I'm ready to move on. Let's get out of Washington. We've been in Washington for a while now.
We have been in Washington for like 3 weeks. It's time to move on. Today we're moving up to Whitefish, Montana, so we can go check out Glacier. I guess that's it. We are on the road. We will see you in Whitefish, Montana, a brand new state for us. Brand new state. We'll see you in Montana. Well, good morning, kids. It's how many days have we been in Montana now?
Just 2.
Just 2 days. We've been in Montana 2 days. What have we done in Montana so far?
Nothing.
And why have we done nothing?
Because it's been rainy and cold.
Oh, don't forget sleet and hail. Welcome to June 18th in Montana. I don't know if you can see all the hail. This is crazy. It's June. It's not supposed to be hailing. Go home, Montana. You're drunk. It's mid-June. We had a balmy high of 45 yesterday.
Let me just say this. We're not stupid people, but we do come from Southern California, so we kind of,
A couple things are messing with us. 45 degrees and hail and sleet in June. And also the fact that it doesn't get dark until almost 10 o'clock at night. All right, so what are we doing today since it's our first day where we can go adventure
Just gonna go kind of explore the area, I feel.
Okay.
I'm still trying to get reservations for the
Road to the Sun?
although after Mount Rainier, I'm a little nervous about Road to the Sun.
Oh. I'm not even sure if it's all the way open. I think it's close. I think was it Logan Pass is the top of it. I think you can't get all the way to the top, I don't think. We probably should have made reservations, but you know the way we are. We fly by the seat of our pants.
You can go in after 3 o'clock, which...
You can. And again, if you go in at 3 o'clock, in these northern latitudes, you still have, I don't know, 17 hours of sunlight left. I imagine today we'll hit a brewery or two. There are some very odd brewery rules and laws here in Montana. We'll tell you about them when we get to the brewery.
Yeah.
Tony Tao's back's hurting, and when your back's hurting, you got to start twerking.
You gotta just move things.
We're hoping that this is gonna fix that.
Getting old sucks.
Yes, it does. All right, so we have made it to our first brewery in Montana. Now, as I was saying, Montana has some odd laws around breweries. A brewery can only serve you 48 ounces of beer in any given day. They're also only allowed to stay open until 8 p.m. They can sell bottles, cans, or growler fills until 9 p.m., but they have to stop serving from the taps at 8 p.m. So these rules and regulations were put in place by lobbying from the Tavern Association. I guess the mindset is that you'll run them out of the breweries by 8 p.m. and then they'll have to go to the taverns to continue drinking. All right, we've made it to brewery number 2. When they say beer garden, it's really like a garden. It's absolutely beautiful. Tony Tao's got a honey blonde. Thoughts?
It's a tasty honey blonde.
Yeah. I got an amber. It's an average amber. Quite honestly, just the ambiance of this place makes up for the average beer. Well, good morning, morning, kids. It's Thursday morning here in Whitefish, Montana. We got lucky last night. Not that kind of lucky, but we got lucky last night. And I'm going to have Tony Tao tell you how we got lucky. Tony Tao.
Usually to get a ticket to Going to the Sun Road, you have to book it 4 months in advance. But they do open it up for like about 400 tickets the night before at 7 p.m. So I was sitting here last night, had my phone, and I actually got a ticket to go to the Sun Road today. So I'm really excited. I got the receipt, but I never got the ticket. But then I came in this morning and got on my laptop. On the website, it showed the ticket. So I was able to print off the ticket, and we have a bona fide solid ticket to take that road into Glacier National Park. I'm so excited.
I just like the fact that Tony Tao just used the word bona fide.
I am the damn paterfamilias.
But you ain't bona fide.
We're off to go to Glacier National Park. Join us. All right, so we're in line to get into Glacier. We've got our pass, got my ID, got my America the Beautiful card. If you don't have one of these and you like to visit national parks, go get yourself one. What did it cost? 80 bucks?
80 bucks.
80 bucks.
It's already paid for itself.
Yeah, it's already paid for itself for us. Okay, so we're gonna do this kind of quietly because there's a handful of backpackers kind of off to our right that are just relaxing and enjoying the moment. So I don't want to I don't want to bother them. We're about, what do you say, 2-3 miles up the road? Maybe 2 or 3 miles up to Going to the Sun Road. We pulled off to the side just to look at the lake. It's Lake McDonald. And this is absolutely flippin' gorgeous. The lake is very, very flat right now, very glassy, so the reflection of the mountains in the lake is so cool. Hey, knucklehead, you a little too excited?
You like the park?
All right, Tony Tao, your thoughts.
Stunning. I mean, yeah, I can see why this is definitely a destination to come to and why people love national parks. Yeah. I never understood it until recently. You know, you think you go to different places and it's just otherworld.
All right, we're gonna see how far up the Going to the Sun Road we can get. It's not opened all the way through, I don't believe, but we'll see how far we get. As we expected, the Going to the Sun Road wasn't opened yet. From the west side, we could get past Lake McDonald, but they turned us around at Avalanche Creek. So on the way down, we pulled into the Lake McDonald Lodge, which is really kind of gorgeous. There's also these cool like red buses that I guess they do tours through the park on, but they're like old school, beautiful red buses. But the biggest advantage of stopping at the Lake McDonald Lodge is
We got beer.
They have beers. So we're just sitting here looking at the lake, having a beer, while Gracie eats the grass. So as we are sitting here, looking down to the shore lined with people, it poses one question. What is it about the human race that if you put them next to water, they're gonna throw rocks into the water?
If you have a theory or a thesis or anything, comment down below.
After leaving the park, we stumbled upon Glacier Distilling, where we were introduced to Huckleberry Whiskey.
When people say that I'm a strange duck, I tell them maybe so and so what. Sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away your sympathy. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I consider it good luck that I was born a strange duck.
We're each going to do a flight of 4 different drinks. I picked a Huckleberry whiskey, just a straight up bourbon, a gin, because I love my gin. I love a good martini. They also had an absinthe, so I grabbed a taster of the absinthe. Tony, you went with some weird ones, like the what?
I went with a fireweed, which is a cherry bourbon, a huckleberry liqueur, because, you know, it's huckleberry.
Neither one of us know if we like huckleberry yet or not.
And then I went with the vodka, because I'm a vodka drinker. And then I went with the cherry cello.
The drink showed up. Vodka, what'd you think?
Very crisp and clean and not a lot of burn to it. It's just sweet.
This is their Huckleberry bourbon. Wow, that is super sweet.
I hope so.
I think you'll like this.
Oh. I could drink that.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, that's the bottle.
So this is an extra one. It's the Cottonwood. It's a liqueur with cherry base with orange, ginger, and cardamom.
Cardamom is a spice that I always hear on the Great British Baking Show, but I have no idea what it tastes like. Oh, I'm not sure I like the smell of it. It kind of smells like cough syrup or disinfectant. I'm not sure I like the smell of this one. Nope, that one's not for me.
It's a little Jägermeister.
It's a little Pine Sol.
Do you want a cocktail before we go, or?
Sure. Here, twist. All right, we're having a cocktail. Cheers, dear.
Here's to Glacier National Park and Glacier Distilling.
Nicely done, kids. Good morning, folks. Welcome to another day of adventuring. Today we're going to run over to the east side of Glacier National Park to grab the Going to the Sun Road from that side. We were talking to a gentleman at Bonsai Brewing Project the other day, and he said that from that side you could see one of the glaciers. And I looked at the National Park website this morning, and you can get to the Jackson Glacier viewpoint coming in from the east side. Now, the downside about having to go to the east side is it's about a 2-hour drive over there. So that's going to mean we got 4 hours of driving today. Yeah. Which, not really excited about that, but I really would like to see one of the glaciers since we are in Glacier. So we're going to make the drive over there and we'll see you on the east side. We found the drive from the east side a bit more grandiose. The mountains seemed larger and looked more rugged.
Golden days drifting far away. Light is leaving town. Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our way is colder, but the day's not over yet. Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go.
As promised, at the very beginning of this video, we wanted to give you a few tips that we kind of learned while we spent our week in Glacier. The first tip, don't be like us and last minute everything. Do a little research first.
Especially when it comes to the national parks, because a lot of stuff has changed, like reservation stuff, and yeah, just go do some research.
For instance, we didn't know that the Going to the Sun Road didn't open until like mid to late June. While we were there, obviously the Going to the Sun Road wasn't completely opened, but it actually did open when?
the day we left.
Yeah, it opened up the day we left, so we missed it by one day.
But I will say this, it's a reason to go back.
Yeah, and that's just a good general RV life tip. You don't have to do everything while you're there. You can always go back. As far as going to the Sun Road is concerned, you can enter it from the west side. You can enter it from the east side.
You didn't need reservations for the east side, but I will tell you, it was a bit of a drive. It was a beautiful drive, but it was a bit of a drive. It made for a long day because you drive 2 hours to get over there, and then you drive up the road a little bit, and you stop all the time because it's so beautiful.
And you don't need a reservation all summer long to get into the east side. If you're driving to the east side, do take Highway 41 or 49 off of Highway 2. It's a little slow, it's a little windy, but the views of Lake Two Medicine are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
If you are traveling with dogs, make sure to make reservations to do your dog daycare or any boarding that you need to have done, because none of the trails in Glacier National Park are dog friendly. Your dog just can't go with you.
Take snacks, because it's going into the park. It's going to be a long day. Take healthy snacks. You'll be happy. You won't get hangry with each other. Not that you can, because it's so beautiful.
If you are going to go on hikes, you will need bear spray. There are grizzlies in Glacier National Park. That doesn't mean you have to bring it with you. There are places inside the park at the Visitors Center. There's also places in Whitefish, Montana, where you can rent bear spray. So you don't necessarily have to bring it with you, but make sure you take it if you're going hiking.
Take your time driving through the park or going up that Sun Road. There's lots of pullouts. Their pullouts are there for a reason. You're going to get some of the most amazing, mind-blowing, out of this world experience views from these pullouts. Try to go early, because later on in the day those pullouts get packed and you can't find a place to park.
That is all of the notes that I had. Did I miss anything?
No, that's pretty much our tips.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Next week, I'm not even sure, where is our show next week?
It starts in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. It does start in the middle of nowhere, where we will be in White Sulphur Springs, Montana.
It's really in the middle of nowhere.
That's why you've never heard of it. Google it. It's in the middle of nowhere. We'll see you next week.